Hello and welcome back to my channel. Bit of a different video today. I am not doing a training vlog or race vlog, but I'm actually taking you behind the scenes on my Reformer Pilates teacher qualification course, which I've wanted to do for years, so I'm really excited. If you are like an OG follower, you'll know that I am a mat Pilates instructor. I obviously have the platform Cadence and Cake, which is still going, so if you are interested in doing my mat Pilates, you can sign up for that. But I'm just going to give a brief recap. But if you don't know the story, I got a stress fracture in my back years and years and years ago when I first started triathlon training, and Pilates was the best rehab. And ever since then, Pilates has been part of my weekly routine, because I just think it complements triathlon and running so well, to prevent injury and get all the right parts of the body strong, all the little bits that get injured generally when you are running or cycling. So I'm a massive advocate of Pilates, and I teach mat obviously on Cadence and Cake, and then I don't think I ever updated YouTube, but I actually have started teaching again in person. Only like 3 classes a week, but a new beautiful studio opened where my new flat is, honestly like less than a 10-minute walk away. And excuse me, so I got in touch and asked if I could teach just like a few classes a week around work, so really early in the morning and on an evening, and I only teach 3 a week and I absolutely love it. It's just really nice to teach in person, because although Cadence and Cake is great because you get to reach more people, and the whole point of it is it like being convenient with your lifestyle and fitting it in when you can, you just can't beat teaching people in person and getting that like real-time feedback, and feeling like you've had an impact on somebody's day or like fitness routine. Hello. So I'm teaching mat Pilates again, and the studio that I'm teaching at has Reformer Pilates, and I absolutely love going to the classes. Hi. I absolutely love going to the classes, and I've been wanting to get my Reformer qualification for years. I'm not even quite sure if I'm going to be teaching it or like regularly apart from like cover, because I just don't even have time. I don't even know why I've added extra classes of teaching mat Pilates to my schedule, because we all know I work a very normal / full-on job and train for an endurance sport, so I'm not that free. But yeah, I am doing my Reformer qualification course. So I'm doing it with 10 Health Pilates, and I have been a fan of 10 for years. Like, I used to go to their Reformer classes. I know they're really good from the physio side of things, and also when you ever go on their website, they have a lot of like articles, and a lot of them are triathlon or cycling specific for Pilates helping that. So obviously, like, I really rate that, like using Pilates to help support other sport, which is cool. And then the main reason I wanted to do it with 10 is because obviously as a Pilates instructor, and I'm also a qualified PT, I've got all my qualifications. I've got my like anatomy and physiology. I've got my mat Pilates. Like, I've got a very good understanding of the body and movement and the foundations of Pilates. And a lot of these Reformer courses are, like as if you're starting from scratch to become qualified. And they don't take into account that actually a lot of people who are going to do these courses are already qualified in mat. So basically, instead of like learning everything twice and having to re-qualify in it, they do the Dynamic Reformer course. They do a 2-day option for people who are already like, I guess, knowledgeable and somewhat qualified. So I'm doing the 2-day, which is absolutely fantastic because 1, I'm short on time and annual leave, and 2, like I said, I'm already qualified in mat and I've done all my anatomy and physiology, and the human body doesn't change whether it's on a mat or on a Reformer, so it's really cool to like be able to cram it into 2 days. I've looked at the syllabus, it's super intense, there's loads that we get through obviously to fit it in the days, and it's in their gorgeous Notting Hill studio, which is nice because I live a bit further out now, so it's quite nice to go central. And yeah, I've got the 2 days coming up, so I thought I'd take you behind the scenes, take you with me of the course, and give you my honest feedback of what I think. But yeah, I'm really excited. So that I'm a bit nervous to like film, because I'll obviously be in a course with loads of other people and I get very nervous about this stuff. I feel like I don't vlog regularly enough for it to be just like natural. But we'll try, I'll see what footage I can get. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments if you're thinking about getting your reformer qualification or you're already a reformer teacher. Any advice, let me know. And yeah, enjoy.
In your class, the first thing you do is you verbally set up the exercise. Tell them where their body position needs to be. So this is why we did body positioning first. We say, right, we're going to do a side, and that can be done on your heels or your toes. And similarly, you can do it with here you don't. You can play around. So if you find one that's more appealing or you want to keep it interesting in your class, pick some different foot positions. Get you into alignment. Then we extend the leg back. Sweep it down. And then you press it down. Changes in. And then if you're feeling brave, try to reach the opposite arm out to the side. No.
Would you have it out the whole way?
You can. Or you can do it in stages.
As the legs keep out, then we lift it maybe.
So kick it out and then see if you can stabilise there. Nice. Good. The harder one would be to keep it out the whole time.
Would you ever extend it?
In front, I mean, yeah, that'd be the next progression. That's harder.
Yeah.
Didn't that mean in the wall?
I've edited it wrong when you go. So I'll put it in.
Middle of the carriage. You make sure those feet are parallel. Hands can either be on the hips or out at the side. And hold it there for me. Gaze forward to the front of the reformer. Inhale to pull forward.
And then bring it back in. Okay, now I want you to go onto your step off the carriage and go onto your hips.
Sorry, if I look like my head is in a lot of pain, that's why I'm making my faces
I was like, what are you doing in this class? It's genuinely really hard. Okay, and relax. And then I want you to continue on to the other, just when you put the down here and just scoop over.
Try it, Samantha.
And we're going to have it on the side, and now we're going to try it practice
I'm going to get your this way first. I want to come into 4-point release. Hands on the shoulders. Knees on the hips. And I want you just to take a few step 1 foot right up in this position.
Yeah.
Mobilize this
And then you rotate to the hips.
when you come in, tabletop position, good. Imagine treading some out there. Neck nice and long. Okay.
Obviously, I charged my camera all last night, ready for today, which is day 2 of the course, and it was on the whole time in my bag. So this is going to run out any second. But I just wanted to jump on to say I am officially qualified as a reformer Pilates instructor. We had to do like an hour written exam, but it was like multiple choice, and then we had to deliver 20 minutes of our class, and then we got our feedback, and it was the class to all our whole group, which was very terrifying, but really good. And just celebrated with the reformer Pilates class and the kombucha, which seems very fitting because I'm a #wellness girly. But yeah, it was brilliant. I'll do like a full recap properly of the course when I'm home and I've got a charged camera, but very happy. Okay, I've got battery now and it's actually been a few days since the course, so I've had time to process it. And having watched back the footage, one, I'm really sorry that there was no day 2 footage, but also day 1 didn't have loads of context or like really any talking as we went through it. But the truth is, it really was like so intensive to get all that, like to learn all that content in the 2 days. So I definitely wasn't prioritizing vlogging, but hopefully you got kind of like a bit of behind the scenes of what it was about. I'd say it was very practical, but still we were like learning all the theory and the exercises about them as we went, but it was like super hands-on. We did a lot of teaching, a lot of a lot of doing it, and it was so good. Like I really, really, really enjoyed it. Also, one thing I would note, because I feel like I'm quite an introverted extrovert, I think is the one. So I get quite nervous going into like new situations and not knowing people, and yeah, in like a course like environment. And what I would say is every single person on that course was so friendly. So that was really nice. Yeah, I just really, really enjoyed it. Like I'll happily do another video if anyone's got any comments or questions about it, but it was really fantastic. Really recommend it. I'm super excited to start teaching Reformer. And it was just good to kind of get another kind of qualification under my belt, because I really like learning, and I feel like even though I've got a job and I don't necessarily want to be a full-time Pilates instructor, it's really nice, I think, like to have other skill sets outside of what you do day to day, because you just never know where they're going to take you, and it's also just like, I think it's really good to keep learning. So yeah, really enjoyed it. Would really recommend the Dynamic Reformer 2-day course at 10 Health. And like I said, if you've got any questions, let me know, and I will see you on the next video.